Hello. Hi. I had to shut my door. My uncle has a TV on and it is so loud, even with the door closed. I can hear it pretty well. Um, I get a lot of compliments on this t shirt. Let's see if you can see it. Can you see that? I get a ton of compliments on this shirt. I get a feeling, though, everybody notices the cat, but they don't notice that he's playing with a skull. And I got this shirt from Ask a Mortician merch. And if anybody has not, I'll put her YouTube link in there. I highly recommend that people watch her. I love her, Ask a Mortician. She is so funny, and I mean, she's just so informative, educational, and she just makes it so interesting. And if you just scroll through her subjects, you will find stuff in there that's like, holy cow, that, it isn't. Some people, it's like Ask a Mortician, they get all creeped out, but there's a lot of really good historical videos and a lot of questions that she answers. And I guess the reason that I'm rambling about that is just an update on today. Um, I went to the doctor's this morning, and we got up, left at 8:30, made sure that I was going to be seen um, about my back issue. Finally, he is going to do surgery. And what they're going to do is they're going to remove the hardware. Sounds crazy, but he said that the bone fusion and everything has healed the way it's supposed to, that the metal that is in my back is not necessarily needed, which, what? But, whatever. So, with that said, whenever I go into surgery, I am going to go see Pat over at the funeral home and make sure that my stuff is in order. Just in case, you never know. I've been under anesthesia so many times, I feel like I'm playing Russian roulette, that there's going to be the one time that I'm not. And I don't mean to say that to be creepy or anything like that. I just am trying to be realistic, and sometimes I'm like too realistic. My glasses are crooked. I know I say that all the time. I actually dropped my contact lens in the garbage. I was not going to dig through the garbage to try to find it. I only wear one, blind in one eye, can't see out of the other. Um, Seriously, I mean, I can't. They can't even fit my other eye. Which you would think with today's technology they could do something to help my vision a little bit more, but it is what it is. I'm thankful to be able to see what I can. Anyway, so I'm gonna go. Waiting for a call from the hospital to find out what's going on. And then we went to go see my aunt at the hospital, and they admitted her. And I think I touched on that already about the insurance and all that wonderful stuff. However, today she was supposed to be released for rehab, and they said it looked like she was having a little bit of difficult breathing, and so they wanted to take chest x-rays. Now, she has not been I mean, she was in the hospital for 13 days. She got out and she went to rehab 7, maybe 8 days, and then ended up back in the hospital. And that short a time, she had fluid on her lungs, even though it was not like substantial to the point where they would need, emergency situation, but they wanted to make sure everything was okay. So they just upped the. It's something else for Lasix, but anyway, they gave her like a push of something to get her lungs to get rid of that fluid. But I'm thinking to myself, like, And this all has to do with legal stuff and elder care, and I'm like going, okay, if it happened that fast and they're going to send her back to rehab for, and I honestly, I don't know how long she'll be in rehab because I'm not sure what's going on, but let's just say they send her back for 20 days. um, Luckily they are prorating her room at the assisted living place. I mean, we're still paying buku bucks, but at least they're nice enough to at least prorate it as far as taking some off. Not, I think they're just taking off the level care. Um, every little bit helps, so I'm not complaining. However, I'm just thinking, like, she was there 8 days and she was already getting fluid on the lungs, and if she's there 20 days and this fluid is building up, because I mean, at the rehab they're not doing anything to, I mean, that's not their expertise, so to speak. And so then she goes back to assisted living, and they said that their prediction is she would be back in the hospital within 30 to 45 days. Okay, so you're back at assisted living 10 days, maybe 20, and then you're back in the hospital. Now I wish there was somebody out there that would comment who does elder care, if they've been in this position, what are their thoughts, how did they handle it, when, I mean, she doesn't want to know what's going on. She still doesn't want to know any bad news. She's got to know. I mean, I just feel like she's got to know that something's up. But I don't know. It's like my daughter and I don't agree because I'm more. I guess I seem more cold. I'm sitting there, she's 93, and I'm looking at comfort care and when do you stop the trips to the hospital? I mean, if she's going every month, and let's just say she's there 10 days out of the month, and then she's back, when does that stop? I mean, when do you say, okay, enough is enough, and you got to sit down and talk to her? And I mean, and I know that sounds horrible. I mean, I sound like a horrible person, but I would love some comments. So I can't see without. These are my computer glasses. I can't find my far distance glasses. So today was really hard on me. I was actually getting a little bit dizzy because it's hard on the eyes. But I would love some people to comment. And tomorrow we have another meeting with the lawyer. This time he's actually showing up. He did call. He is going to physically be there for $200 an hour. So I'm like, I told my daughter, I said, I got to do some hardcore reading tonight and taking notes because I can't afford to be, spending 2-3 hours with this person to explain things. I need to. And that was another thing. I mean, like, with all this legal verbiage, is there something online that translates the verbiage into layman's term? I mean, I don't know. I would really have to look. If somebody knows, they could, like, put it in the comment. And, let me know. I know it would be cheaper to try to find stuff online. But because he drew up this paperwork, and because he's the one who takes care of our family, there were other things that we wanted to ask him and to clarify and to make sure that we're doing everything okay. I always worry I don't want to do anything wrong. I want to do everything correctly and by the letter, if you can understand it, etc., etc., etc. So, I mean, that's pretty much how it went today with that. And then after the hospital, we just came home, and I told my uncle that I am going to go in for surgery, that I will be out of commission for anywhere to 3 to 6 months, which means I can't live here. I can't take care of him. I don't know what's going to happen. It sucks. It just really, really sucks because he depends on me. Our family is so small. My daughter is just already overtaxed. I mean, she's just got way too much with my aunt, and then she worries about me, and I'm going to go stay with my sister because I feel this house is toxic if I'm, trying to heal and I have an incision, and I won't stay here. Plus, my sister, she's a clean freak, and I know, I'll be in good care with her. And then I need somebody who's able to re-bandage a wound kind of thing, and again, I don't know. Until he cuts me open, I really don't know if it's going to be an easy peasy thing and the healing process will be quick, or if he runs into trouble and it's a whole new ball game. But I know my uncle's really upset right now because he doesn't understand. He thinks I'm like indestructible, and that even though I get cut in surgery, it's like bounce back and do everything that I was doing, the next day, and it just doesn't work that way. So I don't know. I wish he would go into assisted living, which they have a thing they call respite, where you can, just have him go in for a month or two, whatever, and then we wouldn't worry about him. He'd be fed 3 times a day. He would, be taken care of, and he's a fall risk. I mean, he almost fell last night. He actually fell back into his wheelchair and broke the arms. And I feel bad because I had the fan going. He has his TV blasting. I have, and I shouldn't. I have my computer up to counteract his TV because our rooms are not that far apart. And so I get it. He said he was yelling for me, and I didn't hear him, and that's disturbing. And I was kind of like, well, you have your cell phone in your pocket. You always use that. He calls me when he just wants me to get him water. So why wouldn't you call me instead of yelling? I mean, that's one of the things it was for, because he has a very distinct ring. So I ordered a whistle on Amazon, and it's for Coast Guard. I forget what it's supposed to be a special whistle that's extremely loud. So I got that coming because it made me really nervous after last night. Because he keeps the phone in his pocket. There's no reason, but then I'm thinking if it went dead, somebody's scratching at the door. Hold on here. PJ? Now you can hear the TV. Hey. Oh my goodness, this is PJ. He does not like to be held. He does not like to be held. He's a lot better though. When I picked him up when I first got him, oh my God, he'd fight me so bad. But he is so food motivated, aren't you, boy? Yes, you are. Yeah. I wish we could find him a good home. Yeah. He sheds something terrible though. You want to go? Go on. Go. Oh my God, this has got to be the longest video anyway. I will go ahead and call it quits. I've got some reading to do, and we just got our plate full, and if anybody has any suggestions, advice, or anything, let me know. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Have a good night. Like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff.